Assalamu alaikum everyone. Good morning my dear student. How are you? Hope you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. I'm Farhana Binta and welcome you to all our online class from Cygnus International School. I'm taking your English class. Today I'm discussing important topics of grammar. So let's start. Today we'll go through simple sentence, compound sentence and complex sentence. All we know according to meaning, sentence is 5 kinds: assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, optative sentence and exclamatory sentence. But according to structure, sentence is 3 kinds: simple sentence, complex sentence and compound sentence. Today I will discuss simple, complex and compound sentence with you. Actually, according to structure mean, here we see the number of clause. So now the question is that, what is clause? Do you know what is clause? A clause is a combination of word with a subject and a finite verb which can convey a complete meaning. This is the bookish definition of clause. So let's see types of clause. There are 2 types of clause. One is independent clause, another one is dependent clause. Independent clause, it can complete a sentence, and dependent clause, it depends on other clause to complete a sentence. That is, it depends on independent clause. So this is clause. Now I think you will get the clear concept of clause. Now we'll see how clause are used in forming simple sentence, complex sentence and compound sentence. So let's go to our main topic, simple sentence. Simple sentence. They are very simple. They contain one finite verb, one clause. The clauses must be independent clause. Remember these things. One finite verb and one independent clause. Let's see an example. He handed in his homework. Here handed in as a finite verb, he is subject. So this is the example of simple sentence. I think you will understood the simple sentence. See, this is very easy. So now let's go to complex sentence. Complex sentence are made up of a independent clause and a dependent clause. The independent clause is like the simple sentence and it must make sense on its own. The dependent clause adds extra information and does not make sense on its own. The dependent clause can come at the beginning, middle or end of a sentence. This is very important thing. So remember these things. They contain 2 finite verb, 2 clause. One clause is independent clause and another one is dependent clause. Let's take some example. When he handed in his homework, he forgot to give his teacher the last page. This is the example of the beginning of dependent clause. Here we use the dependent clause in the beginning of a sentence. Now let's go to second example. He handed in his homework, which was missing the last page, to his teacher. This is the middle example of the dependent clause. Now let's the next example. He handed in his homework although he forgot to give in the last page. This is the end of the dependent clause, this example. Now we see the 3 example of the dependent clause which is used in beginning of the sentence, middle and end of a sentence. Now let's go to compound sentence. This is when you join together 2 simple sentences using a conjunction. The most common conjunction used in compound sentence are and, or, but and so. This is the most common conjunction, all we know. So this is used in compound sentence. Very important thing you have to remember, both parts of the sentence have to make sense on their own. If you took the conjunction away, the sentence would make sense on their own as simple sentence. They contain two finite verbs and two independent clauses. But the complex sentence, there is also two independent clauses. But the difference is that here is two finite verb and two clause, but one clause is independent and another clause is dependent clause. But compound sentence, there is two clause, but both clauses are independent clause. You have to remember these things. So let's take an example. He handed in his homework, but he added forgotten the last page. So you have to look, this sentence will join the conjunction but. There is two clause and we join two clause with the conjunction but. I think today up to this. So my dear student, so that's all for today. I hope you will understood today's topics which I discussed. So practice more at home because you know practice makes a man perfect. And don't forget to give me your feedback. I'm eagerly waiting for your feedback. So stay home, stay safe, take care. Bye-bye.